heart disease rates are higher than ever, and the key to tackling the epidemic lies in improving our metabolic health.
Understand that heart disease has been the #1 killer here in the United States every year for the past 50 years. It really doesn't show any signs of slowing down. Heart disease is the #1 killer worldwide. We declared a war on heart disease here in the United States back in the 1950s. In 1955, President Eisenhower, while in office, had a heart attack. And this appropriately set off the alarm bells because you didn't have to go back very far. When you go back to 1900, heart disease was rare. We have reports from the leading physicians of the late 1800s, early 1900s, and they would go their entire careers without seeing cases of heart disease. And by the mid-1950s, heart disease is skyrocketing. You know, we declare war and say we're going to fix heart disease. And here we are 70 years later, and heart disease is still the #1 killer in the US. And we'll get into it. Yeah, so it really does tie back to my own personal journey, because what I found where I was I was a very unhealthy heart surgeon. I was morbidly obese, I was pre-diabetic, and I knew that I was going to end up on my own operating table, so to speak. And the expectation, the norm here now is that you're going to spend the last third to half of your life sick, on medications, requiring hospitalizations, requiring surgeries. And we should be asking why that is, because it's not how it needs to be. If we continue down this pathway and we continue to get sicker and sicker, it leads us to a point where we just can't have a society anymore. You know, we can't afford to take care of all these sick people.
Talk to the people that are pointing out these misaligned interests, especially with nutrition and these regulatory bodies that are captured.